Hi, this is Holly from the Sweet Simple Things, and welcome to my channel where we make healthy and nourishing recipes the whole family will love. Hit subscribe to make sure you get all the latest recipes. Today we are making a healthy ranch chicken poutine, and this meal is so good. If you're kind of craving like a comfort food or like a junk food, but you don't want to have a huge calorie or fat bomb, this is the perfect meal. So we make this all the time, and the kids love it too. So go ahead and start by heating your oven to 425, and then we're going to make some homemade hand-cut fries. If you want to make this a quick and easy weeknight meal, by all means, just buy some frozen French fries and get those going in the oven. It doesn't take me too long to chop up a few potatoes here, and you really only need to do a few. So I usually just hand cut mine. You start by taking a big potato and you cut slices the long way, and then you cut them into fries from those slices, as you can see there. So I'm just going to make my way through these 4 large potatoes here, and actually this makes a ton of fries. It made even more than I expected when I did this. So if your potatoes are really large, you probably don't need 4 of them unless you're feeding a really big family. But anyway, make up those fries, get them all sliced up, and then into a bowl of water to soak. This will help draw out the starch, which will help your fries be crispy when we bake them in the oven. Next, I always serve this with something green on the side. So today I'm just cutting up some Brussels sprouts that I'm going to roast alongside with the fries. We love vegetables in our house, but if you don't love vegetables, if you're covering it in a ranch poutine gravy, you're gonna love them. So make up something green to go with that gravy. All right, I'm gonna drain the fries and we're gonna dry them off with some towels. You wanna get them very dry because if you spray them with any oil and they're wet, it's not gonna stick. So line a baking sheet with some parchment, get some fries on there. And then I'm just spraying them with like an avocado oil cooking spray, but you can just pour olive oil on them as well, or whatever you want to do, some salt and pepper. And then we're going to roast those at 425 for about 25 minutes or so. Keep an eye on them, make sure that they don't burn, and you'll probably want to stir them up halfway through. All right, time to make the chicken poutine. So a cup of broth, and then a homemade ranch seasoning made up of dill, onion powder, garlic powder, parsley, chives, salt, pepper. Then we'll whisk it into the broth and put our chicken breasts right into the mixture. Put the lid on your Instant Pot and turn the valve to sealing. We are going to cook this at high pressure for 8 minutes. Let your Instant Pot do a natural release for about 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes is up, you can remove the lid. We're going to remove the chicken breast so we can shred them with some forks. Now here's how we make the gravy. You're going to add a tablespoon or 2 of cornstarch or arrowroot powder to a little bowl. And then you're going to pour out some of the juice into that little bowl. And then you want to whisk it in the little bowl before you add it back to the whole pot. This will help make sure that you don't get any clumps from the cornstarch or arrowroot powder. So definitely mix it in a small bowl with a small amount of liquid before adding it to everything. It works much better. So then turn your Instant Pot on sauté so that you can cook the cornstarch, and we're going to let that thicken for a few minutes while we shred the chicken breasts. So let that gravy come to a simmer and let it simmer for at least a few minutes here, at least 2 minutes or so. And then we're going to turn this into kind of our ranch gravy. We're adding some light sour cream. I like light just to keep the fat down, and it still tastes really good. And then some non-fat Greek yogurt. And then we're going to work this into our sauce. You can stir or you can whisk. Whisking works a little bit better. Let that cook for just a minute or so, and then it's time to add our shredded chicken back to the pot. Now, if you like your gravy very thick, you're going to want to do 2 tablespoons. I usually do 1. My husband likes it with 2. I like it a little better with 1. It's just whatever your preference is. You can do 1 or 2 tablespoons to thicken that gravy. And then we have our nice ranch chicken poutine. When your fries are done, you'll remove them from the oven, scoop them out onto a serving dish. And then same with your chicken in the poutine gravy. We'll get that into a bowl that everyone can serve themselves from. And then you're going to go ahead and plate it. Put down your fries, get some green vegetables on there, and then your chicken poutine gravy and the cheese curds. Do not forget the cheese curds. We hope your family loves this meal. It's such a fun, healthy Friday night meal.